Minimax is one of the most popular open weight AI models out there, but did you know that you can also use Minimax in a form of a desktop application that they call as Minimax Agent? In this video, I want to quickly give you a walkthrough of what this agent is, how you can use it for websites, for building documents, for even running your own OpenClaw instance on your own computer. This can also be used for building videos, images from scratch, so you can do basically whatever you imagine using this agent offline. Plus, the benefit is that Minimax is very cheap to operate. So you can burn millions of tokens and you will not get a bill that will bankrupt you. All right, so we have a bunch of things to cover. Let's start. All right, so first things first, you have to search for Minimax agent, open the first website that comes in, which is agent.minimax.io. And you're gonna see that it takes you to a web interface over here. But what you can also do is get the desktop app from the top right. And if you click on this, it's gonna download a binary for you, depending on your computer, your architecture, everything. And then you can start using Minimax agent on desktop. Now, once you log in into Minimax agent, you're gonna see an interface which looks something like this. And you're gonna see that by the time you're watching this video, maybe the new Minimax agent is the default one. So if I click on try it now, you're gonna see that this new agent which is there has a much more of a minimal look and feel. But for now, what I'm gonna do is click on my profile over here and switch back to classic mode for now. And the reason I'm going to do that is because classic mode right now includes a bunch of more features which are not available in the new mode so far. Now you can switch to the new agent mode by the time if you're watching this video and that agent mode is available and it has all the features. But I'm going to give you a tutorial and a full guide on this classic mode for now. So as you see, when you land on this page or this application homepage, basically, you have a bunch of options on the left. You have this interface over here in the center. You have a download QR over here, which allows you to set this up on your mobile phone as well. And you have some documentations and Discord links as well if you want to get in touch with their team directly. At the bottom, you have this export collection over here, which are a bunch of templates and skills which are available if you want to use them. But for now, because the model itself is powerful enough, we can just get started with that. Now, there are a bunch of interesting things that we need to cover and know about this Minimax agent before you start. First of all, you can see that it's operating on Minimax M2.7 right now. This would automatically upgrade to a better model whenever Minimax releases that model. And as you know, Minimax M2.7 is actually a really good model. If you're going to go ahead and read their blog post, you're going to see that this was released in March, and this has a bunch of metrics and benchmarks that it shows that it's a powerful model, right? And it's even better in some of the benchmarks compared to state-of-the-art models. So without any doubt, this model over here is a good model. It's also fast. And most importantly, this is a model that will not bankrupt you, right? Even if you're using it on API prices. So that is the model that we use by default. Over here, you're going to see two modes over here. First is the Air one, which is faster response for simpler tasks. And the Max one, I recommend that you just keep Max one up because of course, like, better intelligence is always good. And I've personally seen that Max mode also is fast enough for your day-to-day use cases, right? So you can just keep that. Now, before we start our first chat, you can see that there are a bunch of more customization options that you can see over here. For example, we have a bunch of these sub-agents, which I'm going to get to in a while. There is a browser export mode, which can handle working with a browser. There is an MCP mode, so you can add like custom MCPs as well if you need. And if you're doing anything technical, you can also attach databases like Supabase, and you can have environment variables. So this is like sort of an advanced setting, but I mean, you can do that if you need. So let's just give it a task. I'm going to say that, can you generate 8 Ben form for me? I am based out in UAE, right? So I'm going to give it a folder. Now this folder could be anything. This could be a custom folder as well. And inside the sub agent, you're going to see that we have this PDF and docs processor, and we also have this docs processor. So I'm just going to give this docs processor as well. And I'm going to say I want it finally as a doc. The first important use case that I've seen is that I can use a model and an interface like this to work with documents and generally like PDFs and stuff, which is super convenient, right? This can not only just actually create the W8 Ben form, but this can also fill it for me. As you can see, depending on, the scale it needs, it automatically just got the docs processor, and I can send it my signature, and I can send it like a bunch of my details, and it can fill that and get that running for me, right? So this is one of the easier tasks, the easier ones that I generally do with AIs. While it is generating this, I can just open up a new tab. So you can see we have sort of like tab-based system over here inside the desktop applications as well. And I can give it a second task over here, right? So let's say we just create over here something like a simple game, right? So, we have a lot of these vibe coding tools that you see online, like Replit, Lovable, all of that. I feel that every single one of these tools and these harnesses that they provide, you can basically do that inside an agent like Minimax offline, completely offline on your own computer by just using systems like these, right? So let's say I want to create a simple platformer game for me, which is fun, right? So I'm not giving it a lot of instructions. I'm just giving it a simple prompt over here and I'm going to let it run. And finally, by the time that platformer game is also getting built, I'm going to give it, let's say, a video generation task. Let's say this one, right? So I'm just using the template that it gave us over here, but let's see what sort of video it generates. There we go, right? So we have 3 tasks running parallelly right now, which would be consuming our tokens, but that's not an issue because it's very cheap. As we see, it has completed the video generation part, which just shows the multimodal capabilities of the model, right? So you can generate videos, you can generate images, you can do regular chats with this model. It would just work fine. And of course, it has also created a game for us, which is a simple platformer game. Let's see what's going on in this one. So I can use the arrow keys, I can just jump and I can collect these points or dots or whatever we call them. And yeah, I just get 3 lives. And these are also random, right? So they're not appearing at the same position every time. So again, like a completely playable, simple game, end to end, created by a Minimax agent, right? So this can also code up games for you. One interesting thing that you would have just seen is that it also deployed this game online for you. So you can basically take this link and you can also share this with other people if you want to quickly ask for their feedback, or even if you create this as a multiplayer game. So what we have seen effectively is that Minimax agent can be used to work with websites, with simple chats, generating videos, images, and also using it for working with documents and PDFs. Let's take a look at a bunch of more interesting things. If you're working outside Minimax, which you most probably are as somebody who's working inside a company, inside a team, you can also use these custom MCP connectors that Minimax provides by default, right? So Notion, Slack, Figma, these are something that you can bring directly inside the platform. But if you have a custom MCP, I actually created a video on this, like how you can create a custom MCP server locally very fast using existing AI. So I will link it somewhere here. You can just check out that video. But the core idea is that you can also bring in your custom MCP tools and which can work directly with M2.7 inside the Minimax agent. Now within this agent itself, you'll also find a very interesting thing, which is Claw Doctor. If you start this, what it's going to do is it's going to provision an OpenClaw instance on your computer, literally, right? So this is an OpenClaw instance, which is not running on cloud. It's actually running on your computer itself. There's another service that Minimax agent offers, which you might think is like sort of Claw Doctor, which is this Pocket, but this is more like an hosted OpenClaw and a hosted agent, right? Where you can use this Minimax agent from your mobile phone as well, not just the desktop. On the other hand, the OpenClaw instance only works on your own computer right now. If you want to have a hosted instance of an OpenClaw, you can use MaxClaw, which is one of their offerings. Now, the same setup, everything that I've shown you so far, is also more or less available in the new agent format. So let me show you that. There are a couple of things which are not available, which I'll talk to you about. But in the new agent, you're going to see that this is a sort of an interface which is agent specific, right? So what happens in the new interface is that you have to create multiple agents. This Mavis is a default agent which is always available, so you cannot remove it. But these other agents, you can create them in whatever way you want. So for example, I can just create this as XYZ agent, or let's say this is like code review agent for whatever use case. So you can describe it if you want. And every single AI agent that you create can also be connected to your instant messaging platform, which is Telegram in this case. And there are more platforms getting added. So if you connect it with Telegram, you just need a simple bot token. Once you enter this bot token, you can communicate using your Telegram instance with this bot. I already have a bunch of these agents going on, and you can also connect this Mavis Assistance, which is the default agent, which is available. Minimax agent also allows you, this is a schedule tab over here, which also allows you to run the tasks while your computer is awake, right? So this is something that is, not running your code or not running your tasks on cloud. This runs it only on your computers. So you can create a sort of like a cron job or a cron task, which runs on your computer every single day, let's say on a specific time. And once you give that configuration access, once you set that up, it can just run a bunch of these tasks. Now that could be like, giving you a simple reminder about something. That could be like maybe even running a Minimax coding agent task on reviewing latest changes from code base that you're part of. That could be just generating a nice video every single morning for you, a new video with the video skill that we just saw. And as these scheduled tasks are running, they will show up over here in the list, similar to task history, which you can also move to archive over here. If you archive these tasks, which I already have, you're going to see that there's an archive channel over here, sort of like a category, which will show everything. so you can keep it organized properly. Every single chat session that you're also doing, you can add some of these skills which are available in the skill marketplace. Skills are basically big markdown files, right? So these are just instructions that you can pass on to your agent, which would then follow these instructions when doing something. For example, in case of a landing page builder skill, if I add it to my skill, and if I go over here inside yours tab, and if I look at the skill.md file, you're going to see that this is a skill which includes guidelines on design systems, tech strategy, all of that. So your Minimax agent can already do what it is supposed to do with the tools and everything which is there, but skill sort of like steers it properly in a specific direction. So you can browse and explore all of these skills over here. If you go on the top and select for the settings over here, you're going to see that you can also monitor your account and your usage from here. And this is also the place where you can buy the subscription plan for Minimax. If you already have an existing plan, that would work. But you can also use API, or you can get a Minimax token plan, which would allow you to use a lot of these features and a lot of this usage in terms of tokens inside the application itself. Finally, I would recommend you can do a switch between to and fro between the actual agent, which is the older one, and the newer Minimax agent as well from the desktop application. Very soon, this new agent would be indeed the default one. But in case you want to use Pocket or Cloud Doctor, you can come back to the original agent and keep using that. So that's all for this video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Do check out Minimax agent. All the links are in the description. And I'm going to see you in the next video very soon. If you're still watching, make sure you leave a comment, "I watched till the end" below to tell me that you were still here, and let me know what do you think about the video.